Hey, what's up, everybody? This is IGN at San Diego Comic-Con 2025. One of our favorite parts of this show is collectibles, and we have some really cool ones right here.
We do. We've got some awesome Dragon Ball and Godzilla action figures to check out, courtesy of our friends at Bandai Namco. Let's start right down here, Max.
Yeah, okay, so, you know, Bandai Namco, they love to do, it'll poke you, it's very sharp.
That is very sharp. You could chop lettuce with
The most popular thing people do with this is they get balloons and they drop it on that and it pops. No, but seriously, okay, so this is Gohan in beast mode. This is how he is, like his high, most powerful form yet, and this is an event-exclusive version, so it's got this wonderful kind of like shiny patina to it. Like it's a cool kind of almost like a pearlescent, color scheme.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
This is from the SH Figuarts Tamashii Nations line. This is hands down my favorite toy line. Like they're just super articulated and also surprisingly sturdy. You can pose them a ton. The joints stay tight. I've been a fan of this series for ages, and they've pretty much made every Dragon Ball character you could want. Almost. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. I love these sort of, this key energy effect right here. Very cool.
Yeah, they've done this with figures in the past, but the color on this one is like you said, it's got this iridescent shine to it.
Yeah, no, it's really beautiful, and you can use it with the other characters if you don't want Gohan in there. You can just make him.
Dragon Ball figures are actually some of the sort of most powerful toys just by force and volume and pain. Like you got the hair right there.
You poke people with them.
Do you know the irony of that, of hurting me with hair? That's how I shave everything.
Yeah, so in addition to this, that also comes with extra hands, extra faces. It's all interchangeable. It's all very good. So they also have, the most recent iteration of Gohan, but then they also have the earliest iteration of Piccolo. This is from his appearance in early Dragon Ball when he shows up as the Great Demon King. This is a figure that was already out, but they've made an exclusive version that basically has this additional chair, and I'm stoked because I was into this figure to begin with. I kind of was like hovering about, thinking about buying it for a while, but the addition of the throne is especially cool.
It's awesome. I feel like more toys need to come with a throne or a chair or furniture.
No, they always come with stands, and that's not cutting it. I need chairs for my dolls. I think they needed to have a seat. But also, I don't know, it's kind of fun to have this for other characters. This is also just such a distinctly Toriyama design. I'm very into this shape of things. I'm going to put all sorts of silly characters in there. And yeah, so this is Piccolo when he's considerably bigger than he is later on in the series because he's the Great Demon King.
Yeah, this is a great toy. It's got some like awesome color paint on it and stuff like that, and it's got some really great
big joints.
Big joints, big maneuverability. Look at those knees. You got joints in the knees.
Oh, did you stab yourself? They also, the antenna just fell off, but that's okay. That's fine. I noticed that they also gave his ankles like a really wide range of articulation, which is cool because he can like sit in this throne and just properly man spread.
Yeah.
Like a real demon king.
Don't show that. Yeah. Don't show that.
We got to blur that out later.
Yeah.
So yeah, then there's also the sort of the centerpiece here, which is Great Ape Vegeta, which is his Uzaru form as appeared in early Dragon Ball Z. You're not super familiar with Dragon Ball Z.
No, but I support my friends in their hobbies, so when you talk about this at length, I just go, that's nice.
That's nice, dear. But yeah, no,
sure your mom does too.
Dragon Ball Z is like, it's basically, sort of turning Goku to a Superman type character, but he's from space and he's an alien, but also what if he was a King Kong werewolf? And that's a thing that they do, and Vegeta shows up from space and he actually knows how to turn into an ape, and it's very scary and he smashes lots of stuff. This is a big toy. We were holding this earlier.
You and I are both dads. I was like, this feels like holding a newborn baby.
No, like this is a substantial figure. This is one of the biggest figures they've made in this line. There's also Purunga, the Namekian dragon, and they just put out one of the Namekian elder. But yeah, this is a really big, chunky toy. I'm actually surprised they were like, let's bring this to an event. This seems like a thing people will fit in their suitcase.
There's some really great sort of battle damage, like not much weathering on that, but I actually appreciate the clean color and the paint ops on this thing because it's got some like beat up look to it while still maintaining this like kind of cartoony feel, and I dig that a lot. Now, you were telling me about the tail.
Okay, so yeah,
let's spin this guy around because this tail is massive, but also it comes off and can be swapped with this tiny little tail.
Yeah, so you pop it off. This is of course how they beat him. They cut off the tail and he can't be a big monkey anymore.
Oh God!
But they come with a little stump.
Don't show that.
Put the stump on there. Look at that.
Look at that thing.
No, the thing that's really stupid
Are you sure that's a tail?
This is what drives me crazy is that they don't have a Yajirobe figure. The guy who shows up at the last minute with his sword to cut the tail off. Spoilers for like a 40-year-old cartoon. But yeah, they've got the little bonus tail. So maybe they'll make a Yajirobe and you can make him do that.
You gotta cover all of that.
We're gonna blur it all out in post.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
The cheeks are just it's a bit
his
much.
His mouth opens and closes. I love it. Alternate hands. And yeah, I mean, it would be fun if this dude came with a giant chair. Wouldn't make much sense. Probably more sense than like a werewolf monkey.
This stand, though.
But the stand is great.
This is great.
It's properly sturdy enough that you get this, set up. It's not going to fall off your shelf, which is good.
I like when you close his mouth because he's still kind of like, like he's got that horrible face to him.
No, this one is also, it's pretty pricey. It's $220. Piccolo is $100, and I believe Gohan is $90.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's switch to Godzilla, going from the werewolf King Kong all the way over to Godzilla.
Godzilla's actually having a pretty amazing Comic-Con. There's Godzilla stuff all over the place. I believe it's a 70th anniversary of the original film, so 7 decades with this screaming lizard that wrecks cities repeatedly.
Yeah.
Always loved this guy, and it's cool seeing new toys for him.
Yeah, so speaking of which, they also had this exclusive gold version of the Godzilla Minus One version, and it comes with a print of Godzilla in Golden Goldzilla, I guess. This is by Tim Seeley, who does some of the IDW comics, and he's just wrecking, presumably, Tokyo, I guess. There's just the Bandai offices there, which is kind of funny, and I can't tell if he's leaving those alone or going right for him.
They're still standing. Like, he doesn't want to wreck. All of his toys are in there, and that's important to him to keep those up.
I'm not sure if the print is included with that, but this is $35. And then the big sort of coup de grace in the Godzilla front is this other version of the 2023 Godzilla. It's the Minus One version. And this is from the SH Monster Arts line, which is like kind of this is for superheroes, this is for monsters, and these are always incredibly detailed, and just every part of his tail is segmented. It's so cool.
Look at the articulation on that tail. Look at the detail on the scales. But look at his big flame that it looks like they're old Ricola commercials, right? Like he's got this thing that you can put on a stand, and it either looks like he's screaming or throwing up, or he hated his toothpaste. There's a lot you can do with this.
As far as like energy effects go, I'm not wild about this one. I don't know. It's definitely kind of silly, but it's cool that they come with a little stand to hold it up, so you can just put it wherever you want.
You could also remove it and hold it and do wizard stuff, like walk around and be like, Thunderbolt.
Check it out. Look at that.
That's not good. I don't want to ever see that again. Here, can I see the Godzilla while we're having fun with toys?
We're doing doll stuff.
Let me see the gold. One.
This one I like because it kind of just looks like a piece of fried chicken if you're not looking too closely.
Well, this Godzilla actually ate too much fried chicken, and he needs to sit down because he's tired. So let's take a look at how he looks on that chair. Isn't that great?
Very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Monster Arts Godzilla is $160. This is a gorgeous. I like this little toes move. I think it's very nice. You can move his toes.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But yeah, hey man.
No, I do love this design because this Godzilla always looks like he was wearing big baggy pants. You know? He put on PJs and then he filled them up with balloons and he went downstairs.
He's doing squats in the Mariana Trench.
He's great.
But yeah, so these are great. They're the San Diego Comic-Con convention exclusive. If you're trying to get your hands on them now, it's kind of tricky because Comic-Con is coming to a close. But in the past, Bandai Namco has made its San Diego exclusives available later on in the year at New York Comic-Con and occasionally other events. So keep an eye out. And if all else fails, I don't know, check eBay.
Right. Right now, we got to clean up our toys or our boss is going to yell at us again. So we will see you later. Stick around. Plenty more IGN at Comic-Con coming up ahead.
What did you do?
I took off his butt.
I don't like it at all.